You are now listening to a Doc Martin production.
Get those nerds back in
They say the meek will inherit the earth. We say the nerds are already in control. Welcome to the Frackin' Nerds, episode number 281. I'm your host, Doc Martin, and I guess joining us, where should I start? You know, because he took some time and he built a figure. I think I'm going to go to our, over in the Indiana side, it's our own Chris Class. Hey, Chris.
What's going on? Strong Guy and myself are just hanging out.
He's
the figure.
He's very happy to show us that he'd built that figure. Yeah.
Part of it. Well, I don't do a lot of Build-A-Figures. I usually very rarely do I buy an entire set of Legends. There's usually like 2 or 3 stinkers, and on this one there definitely were. But I was like, you know what, the fucking means to the end was like absolutely worth it. And
you're doing well today.
I'm well. I'm good. How are you, Doc?
I'm doing good too. So, I know you're barely on any sleep, so if we can keep you focused, that would be great. I know.
I'm good.
I know with this one, there's no chances of keeping focused because he's in his own world and he's watching a little sports ball. That's our own Joshua Carabello. Joshua,
I'm sorry. Sports ball is at its most important right now. So,
well, yes, we have the NFL, we have the NBA. The playoffs, we have hockey playoffs, we have Major League Baseball, which apparently and now everything is red in your camera. And how is your laptop doing since you decided to break it 2 weeks ago?
I don't know. I haven't put it on ever since I found out it was broken. But like Chris Class has something, I have something too. Oh, it's a Sailor Moon mask. So I have show and tell too.
So put that on. Let's see how little the pussy looks like. Yeah, let me switch it over here. Here we go. Yeah. Oh God, with the beard and everything. Oh
no! Gotta do this. Yeah. So I think I won show and tell.
Oh my God, that's horrible. Just horrible.
Well, yeah, that goes without saying. Speaking of cute, though, I mean, this is pretty fucking sexy.
Now he's cheating. Now he's
cheating.
Wow. I could bust out my bag full of them, but I'm not gonna do that. So, all right.
Fine.
You win.
Show and tell that. I know the show never got to see us, but that's my baghead.
Yes.
Saints. Here, let me go. Let me flip it to there. There we go. So yes. So any of the old school Saints fans will remember when the fans used to wear the bags because the team was so horrible. Me being a Falcons fan, I actually customized this from a baghead Spider-Man and some random. I don't even know. I don't fucking care who it is.
I don't even know why you, as an Atlanta Falcons fan, wants something that's really a Saints fan thing. That's weird.
But why would a Saint fan want that? I mean, it's an embarrassment of card.
That's when they were the Aints.
History, right?
Yeah, that's the
Saints.
They're always the Aints as a Falcons fan. It's not like I'm going to wear a Super Bowl shirt that has the what we were up by in the second half against the Patriots.
No, but that's something you blew it, you know. But in the same instance, that's a part of your culture. That type of fan, like, you know, like a Browns. I don't know, like a Giants fan's not gonna buy like the Jets, you know, fucking bad guy face thing, right? So, I mean, I just thought that was weird when you told us about that. I was like, I don't think that makes sense.
It makes a lot of sense, and I'm happy to display it as a Falcons fan, to mock them every time I can see them.
Well, being a former Redskins fan, and I say former because my
team. Washington team.
It's the Washington football team.
The Washington football team.
I can back in DC, when you go, there's almost as much Cowboys fans out, or Cowboys fans and memorabilia and merchandise out in DC than there is Washington. And
that's America's team.
Yeah, man. It's like they have so many things called the Dreadskins. And a lot of Cowboys fans will wear shit making fun of the Redskins, where it shows like the Redskin, except like instead of like the profile, it's more like he has his hand in his face and it's just like the Dreadskins. So I understand it. I understand it, Doc.
Joshua's just not a true fan. That's all. He has no loyalties to any team.
I did, and then I saw them win the Super Bowl, and then I stopped caring. I was like, all right, I saw my team win.
Damn, you went with like the Ron Simmons mentality. Like you're cheering for him until he wins the title, and then you're like, you're out of here. I'm done with you.
No, it's more like if you're lucky enough to see your favorite sports team win a championship, you're like, all right, I'm good. I don't want them to win more. I'm happy to win more, but
okay,
fuck it. And the irony is, my favorite quarterback is now on my favorite football team, Tom Brady. And I was just like, man, if the Bucs never won a Super Bowl, I'd be so fucking ecstatic right now. So,
I mean, the Bucs won it because they had the playbooks for the Raiders.
I'm not arguing that. In the middle of the game, John Lynch is like, that's the same fucking play. John told us this is what they were going to run.
Yep.
He didn't change shit. Like,
nope.
I feel
right.
I legit feel bad for Raiders fans because like they had a bunch of shit go wrong for them that day. So it is what it is.
I had a coworker talking about football, and he was just like, "Yeah." He goes, "Man, I don't know how I'm going to do this Final Fantasy draft." I was like, "The fuck are you talking about with a Final Fantasy draft?" I was like, "Are you picking characters or
like Cloud?"
Yeah, I know.
Cloud is the number one pick.
I go, "You mean football?"
Don't go with her if she's gonna die.
I was like, "Are you talking about like a football fan?" Oh yeah. I was like, "Okay, that makes a lot
Final
more
Fantasy
sense." The Final Fantasy draft.
Is it his final go at the fantasy football draft?
No, I think it's his first time. That's why he didn't know.
That's why I called it Final Fantasy.
Yeah, it's Final Fantasy draft, and I was just like, okay. Well, on today's show, a RoboCop prequel is coming to television, Metallica and Disney, and all the news about the Xbox Series X. But first, I know we've been off for 2 weeks, and the weird part is the reason we were off for 2 weeks is there wasn't a lot of news except for the one main thing that we'll talk about later in the show. But apparently from those 2 weeks on, I actually had to leave out at least 5 or 6 articles, so we've got more stuff to talk about, just not today. Today we were going to be talking about the apparently the airplane that saw the guy on a jetpack fly by in L.A. Have they had... I don't know if they've... I know with this article when I pulled it was when it all was happening. Has any word came out about that, or they still don't know what's going on?
I just saw the initial report, and that was it.
I haven't heard about this.
Oh yeah, so a couple weeks ago,
you're not on Twitter.
I am, but I'm very limited.
The FBI has launched an investigation after American Airlines pilot said he saw what appeared to be a man flying with a jetpack Sunday night, probably about 2 weeks ago, near Los Angeles International Airport. They said he was maybe 300 yards away from the plane, and they don't know what's going on. So I don't know if we truly have Iron Man out there or what the hell, but this is, so you have your own Iron Man. Did he build?
Guy with a lot of money.
It could have been any of them.
A guy with
could have been many, many of them. So
it was a rich white dude. That's what it was.
Of course it is, man. What do you think? I mean, it's always going to be a rich white dude doing stupid shit like that.
What do you think? It was like Elon Musk flying around and just not telling anybody? So
I mean, does he live in L.A.?
I don't know where he lives.
If he lives in L.A., there's probably someone associated with Elon Musk.
Right.
Yeah.
I would assume that he has a residence somewhere in that area.
But what
It's
Doc
Elon
said
Musk.
is true. Like nobody's talked about this. It was just that one time we saw it and nothing came of it.
I don't know. You think it's something, just a dude just like fucking around and flying around like that, or is it more like a
Well-
Phoenix Jones, like a Phoenix Jones type thing? Like he's patrolling the streets from high up above,
Flying
Iron Man
around?
style. You think that's what's happening?
Nobody knows.
The
Nobody knows.
rich white guy. Rich white guy who was bored.
It was.
I mean, is this the year that we need to have somebody flying around next to jets? You know, it just sounds like something bad will happen.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean,
Joe Rogan had to do something with his new.
People flying around is a pretty good thing, right?
No, because guess what happens
I mean,
when their
it's not
stuff stops
2020
working?
-esque.
They'll fly to the ground and die.
This is where you will have to insert that clip of Iron Man flying up and like turn into ice and like like dropping.
No, we'll put the footage of Rhodey falling to the ground.
Oh my god!
What? I'm saying too soon. The movie was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah. He
But,
should
you
have.
know,
All right, should he have died? Should he have died when
No.
that happened? You think
He
he
should've-
should have just been paralyzed?
Yeah, I
Like,
think
he-
paralyzed.
No, you should have been
Okay.
paralyzed. You mean to
Okay.
tell me you have all the sophisticated armor and stuff like that, and it doesn't have impact collision like protection?
You would
Like, give
think,
me a break.
right?
Like,
I'm sure
he
all the
thinks of-
Iron Man suits have it, but he's like, the War Machine one, you'll be okay.
Yeah. Like I thought that was
Shit,
so
I
weird.
forgot
He has-
something.
He has all this like defense mechanism stuff. Like Ant-Man could be in there, like micro, just pulling shit out. Like, I need you to do something, spray everything. Like you prepared for that, but you don't prepare for
Like,
free fall.
well, I mean, why
Like,
wouldn't they
give
have
me a
like
break.
some kind of like thing that knocks you out? Knowing for impact, it knocks you out so that your body goes limp, so that you don't stiffen up. Couldn't they have something like that?
I'm thinking
Well, I guess
maybe
that's why he's-
like the suit has like a gel that just
That makes sense.
inflates into
Like,
the suit
why
and
would
it
you
just,
build
like,
everything
it
but
absorbs the shock.
something that protects you if everything fails?
Because Iron Man is very smart and he can throw that shit together, but he's not Batman to where Batman thinks of any possibility. Like he imagines imagine the worst possible scenario and then some. Batman already has that shit covered.
Apparently not, because
He
as
would
we'll
have.
talk about later in the show, he wasn't ready for COVID, so we'll keep moving
He
on.
wasn't ready for COVID though.
Even his shitty internet connection, I already saw that coming a mile away.
yeah. I set it up and he knocked it down.
Yeah, you did that alley-oop, bro. It was like Dominique Wilkins. Bang.
Yeah. Booyakasha.
Well, Joshua,
Right?
if you were planning on getting a Kevin Steen cameo, you may want to get it up soon, because within the next let's see, by Friday, October 2nd, you will not be able to get any kind of third-party engagement from the WWE wrestlers. That's the news
Really?
that's coming down. That they don't want anybody utilizing Cameo,
For now,
Twitch,
I'm pretty
YouTube
sure-
that is not associated with the WWE.
I say that's not gonna last. I don't think he's like because he'll piss off too many superstars. Like one of their top guys does a Twitch channel.
Who's
And,
that?
Like another guy, AJ Styles, and then you have another guy who built a programming that I guess people who aren't into WWE can still go into it, and you create the ability to make new fans. So it's I don't see that happening. Like, and then this is so bad. It got like Andrew Wang like to fucking complain about the WWE.
Well, I think
That's funny.
the biggest problem you're dealing with is you can't call these guys independent contractors and then say, oh, well, you have no other way that you're allowed to make money unless it's under our moniker, and then we make a portion of this.
Well, for $20, you can get James Ellsworth, and he'll send you some good picks. So that was gross.
Feel like that was a
going back to what
penis
Doc
joke
said,
there.
is like they,
Yeah,
It
he's
was.
a child molester.
Uh,
Oh.
I shouldn't make jokes about that. That's fucking.
I don't know.
that's-
No, I don't even. Nothing came of that because the girl was full of shit, and I don't think she was a fucking child.
Oh, really? All right. Well,
Yeah. So.
all right. Then it's okay. Then he could send dick pics to us.
But,
Send the dick pics as long as it's 18 and over.
But yeah, like I just think they're not even using that excuse. They're just saying, oh, it hurts the business when you're supposed to be a heel, but you're doing cameos, and I'm like, yeah, shut the fuck up.
Kayfabe died a long time ago. I mean, McMahon
That-
buried kayfabe.
I agree with you. I have this argument all the time with one of my friends. He's always complaining like, "Oh, wrestling isn't what it used to make all these ratings, and now it's not doing any good." I was like, "Because nobody cares. Like, it's not. No one believes in it." So when TNT, fucking AEW does a good amount, they're happy with that. So he's like, "Oh, but they suck because the Sunday Night Heat in 1998 did 1 million buys."
Yeah, but
Or I'm
but
like,
you
who
have
cares?
you have more things to watch now. Like in 1998, you didn't have like you can watch it on your watch something on your tablet, or watching a sporting event or trying to catch up on Venture Brothers before it gets canceled. These are things that can draw you away
They
from
had
watching.
17 fucking years to catch up.
Why? It takes them that long to write the shit, apparently. And they're going, why did we get canceled? I don't know. It takes you 4 years to make a show. I think they were
Now,
kind of bored with it.
I made the joke of Rick and Morty. Is like Adult Swim was like, we got Rick and Morty now, so good. Get the fuck out of here.
I mean, and you got to think also with talking about Venture Brothers being canceled, they weren't. It's not like that was marketing much. I mean, Rick and Morty's where the bread and butter is being made. So, and also it took them
and also look at
4 or 5 years.
1990. What 8? I mean, the only like DVR they really had then was like TiVo, and there were no clouds. Like, was TiVo even around in?
Yeah,
98?
TiVo was around in '98.
I would say 2000s because I had it in my third year of high school, and that's like the 2000s.
But you had VHS recording. You had
you did have that, and as a matter of fact, it's like I mean, there were so many different like ratings on anything aren't what they used to be because like you were saying, Doc, because of options, because you have things like a DVR option as well, because you have options on things to watch. Because some people just wait and then binge shit. So it's like,
well, that's it. I think delayed viewing,
now.
You can wait and find out, hey, was this episode any good? Is there positive marks to going back and watching it? Nope. Okay, then I'm just going to skip this episode because Joshua says it was just a load of shit and completely boring. Why would I watch?
That's one way I never looked at it.
Or go on.
That's actually good insight.
Yeah, I mean, or go on like something like Hulu where you could watch Raw, where it's a 90-minute version, or something along those lines. There are all go on YouTube and people make like 25-minute like only the important shit. So it's like. The options are so much, it's so vast now that ratings aren't what they used to be. So,
and then
let me ask you a question though. Like,
yes.
If they had a marquee star, you think people would tune in? Like, if you had a Rock or an Austin in this day and age, would people tune in to like? To watch
no,
wrestling,
I don't think wrestling is water cooler talk anymore.
This is the argument I had with my friend. I was like, nobody cares about wrestling. Like, the kids who watched it in 1998. Are adults now telling their kids, this shit is fake, right? And it's just getting worse and worse and worse. It's not entertaining anymore.
No,
so
and
that's the thing. More so than it being like everyone knowing that it's a work or fake, whatever. It's the fact that it's like not like you said, Doc, not water cooler talk anymore. It's not like there's not like that must see aspect to it. No offense, Miz, but like not like the must see. Like they don't do anything to like pull you in. As a matter of fact. Like when I heard, and I'm not even like a Roman Reigns guy, but when I heard that he did that like comeback and he's a heel and like they did the thing, like that kind of intrigued me because I was like, oh, now he's a heel, now he's doing like this Paul Heyman thing. I still haven't watched, but I was like, well, that actually sounds pretty cool, and maybe something like that would kind of get some more people tuning in. Maybe not, I don't know. I guess they still do a lot of emphasis on ratings when it comes to like the Wednesday Night Wars or whatever with NXT and AEW because they're two shows that go on at the same time on separate channels, but even that combined isn't like what a Raw or a Smack or a Raw or a Nitro did. It's not even like a quarter of what that shit used to be. It's what 100,000 views each show or something. It's like it's not much at all. So
for what?
For NXT or AEW. Like it's
so the average is like 700,000 for AEW.
Is that what it is? Okay, I stand corrected, but it's like it used to be in the millions. Like 4 million viewers watched, Raw, while 3 million watch, Nitro, or so on and so forth. When they were talking about, I watched a special about NXT the other night, and how they were like, it started so high. Not NXT, I'm sorry, XFL. That it started so high when it first came on, like the first game, but then like by week 2, week 3, something like that. They were like, a measly like million people were watching it, and they were like, ratings were like a one share, whatever. I don't know exactly what the ratio is.
Are we talking about the original run of XFL or the newest
original run of
okay.
XFL? And how like a million viewers, like if any show nowadays had a million viewers, like that would be through the fucking roof. So it's like
AEW had 1 million.
Did it? Okay, so it's like
just this past week.
So it's like that's it's like you said, Doc. Yeah, I think it all goes back to your options, and it's like your options on how you can watch it, and everything else out there to watch from your Netflix, your streaming, and all this other shit. Like who even fucking has cable nowadays? Like,
no, I think only people have cable. The only people who have cable are using it for the internet. That's the only reason.
Yeah,
that people.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but
I wish my grandmother could use the internet, so I would have fucking cable box.
You disparage Abuelita like that, all right?
Tell her all the time, you should learn how to use the internet, so that way I I don't have to pay so much for cable.
Yeah, right.
But you know what? Even then, with the internet, the apps don't even work for these fucking TV stations.
Yeah, man.
So
a lot of them are trash.
Yeah, trust me, they are.
Well,
how's Fox 5 though?
yeah, how is
okay?
Fox? I saw a picture on the news that Fox 5 was doing an article and I was like, oh, I feel connected now.
Yeah, another Fox 5 joke. We'll never live it down. Bricks.
Anyway, as we were discussing, Batman can plan for anything except for COVID-19 because the Batman Matt Reeves Batman has been shut down for a couple weeks because
The Vengeance.
It's
not Batman.
Well,
he's Vengeance.
Well, it's gonna be pausing for a little while because they're your main star decided to end up getting COVID. And the funny thing is interesting is like the same week The Rock got COVID. So
The Rock got COVID?
Oh yeah, him and his whole family got COVID.
Oh shit. Okay.
Somebody stepped out on somebody.
Initially, it was saying that a production member was tested positive, and then we found out it was what's his name? Who's got it? What's the actor's name? My brain is
Pattinson.
Yeah, Robert Pattinson. Pattinson. Yeah, who's actually really good in the new Tenet movie. Went and saw it at the drive-in. I'm not willing to risk. And don't call me a pussy.
Oh, okay.
But yeah.
Who's gonna call you a pussy for being smart?
No.
You do on Twitter. You're like, well, pussy, why don't you go out there?
No, I don't call you a pussy for not going to the movies or anything like that. So, I call you a pussy for other things.
Anyway, at least people tweet me back. That's what I appreciate. So that was
you let it be known.
I know. Speaking of that, and we said I would bring it up on the Twitter if it did happen. I was watching the new Hulu series Woke, which is about a kind of a comic strip writer or comic strip artist that is
a certain tint.
No, he's black, and apparently he has a run-in with the police that then causes his brain to kind of something's going on, and all things are talking, trying to tell him to change his style because his artwork is adapting more for white people, and he feels like they need to push the message. And he walks into a comic book store. Lo and behold, one of my favorite artists, Scotty Young's, Gert from I Hate Fairy Tales. This is artwork that's put up there on the wall. And I popped and I was like, did the old the Hollywood thing. I was like, I know that. I know him. So I posted on Twitter. I was like, hey, Scotty, it's funny that I saw your artwork on this show. And Josh was like, he ain't gonna fucking respond to you. You're nobody. He didn't say that, but he said he wasn't gonna fucking respond to you. And I was like, you never know. And I said, if he does, we're going to talk about it on the podcast, which lo and behold, we were. And he was like, oh, really cool. And I found what episode it was and even to the point in time of it. And he said, thank you for following up. So fuck you. The artist for Midwesterner also popped on it and stuff like that. So, yeah.
I didn't see that.
Yeah, he did. And, yeah, I cared about that. And then a post I did on our Instagram, actually, with Brian, followed up with, got the guy who did the cover for the Avengers Arena. He did the artwork for that. He popped on our Instagram. Appreciated us talking about it because it had that battle royale kind of look and feel into it, stuff like that. We talked about that on the podcast previews before.
Well, I Carl Mostert, he did say he would be. Oh, should I have?
I don't know. You haven't followed any. You haven't I don't know anything that's going on. So if he responded back to you,
that's your project.
all right. You just tell me when, and I'll come up with some questions and we'll try to get him on. But that was pretty cool. The artist.
Wait, did he actually respond back?
You started that.
Did he respond back?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks for never.
He said
this motherfucker never followed up. We just thought it went dead after a while, like my post.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I actually put it right here where I was like, hey, big fans. We mentioned you on the show, so on and so forth, and we'd love to have you on if you would have the time. And he says, I would be more than happy to be on your show.
Just so you people know, he already told us this. He's telling you that.
Wait, I told you what?
No, he didn't tell us that.
Okay. I thought I did tell you that, didn't I, Doc?
No,
I did.
Where?
Yes, he sent the message.
No, he sent the message that he reached out to him, but I never.
Message.
But I never saw where he
said. I never hit you back with a. Oh,
No.
Oh, shit. Okay, well then that one's on me. That one's on me, Doc. All right, my bad. But he did say.
Oh, okay,
He
good.
did say that. So
Look at connections being made.
That was 829.
All right, cool.
829. I'm trying to.
829. We're at.
I have the.
We're like.
I literally have the. I
It's 2
literally
weeks.
have the fucking thing right
We
here.
don't-
Look at it right
Dude,
there.
we don't.
It's.
There you go. Thank
Look,
you.
Well, no, I'll pull it up.
It's in the text chat.
Hold on. All
You
I
just
saw
didn't get
was
that text
Now-
he reached
now I-
out to him. Where is it at?
Okay. This is
Because we're iPhone.
this is riveting.
Yeah, it's fun. Because I know. I wasn't
Oh,
going
okay. I
crazy.
see it at the bottom there. I didn't read the bottom.
Hey, my man. There we go.
I just read the part where you were like, "Hey, dude, that would be cool," and then I figured like nothing was gonna happen on this one.
Yeah. Well, and he's also, I believe, in where is he? Australia or something like that. He's
South Africa.
South Africa. There we go. So tomato.
Same place.
Yeah. So we're gonna have to account for that. So it may, if it comes down to it, we'll try to see the time zone.
I think he's
difference
gonna be
and,
working
maybe we'll do
on-
a pre-recorded thing.
He's supposed to be working on some of the new metal multiverse, I think. So he's connected
Really?
to that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I've read most recently about that.
Let's pick his brain. Maybe he could on the Zoom gimmick here. He could hold up some of his artwork. It'd be an exclusive for
There we go.
Zoom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
people
so-
only.
Yeah.
So DC could fire him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh man, I would be responsible for that. Well, then maybe he'd be a permanent member of the show.
I tell you, comic book writers and artists, interviewing them intimidate me because there's so much history to what they have, and
Yeah.
trying to find good questions about like, I mean, it's hard versus like a director and what are you doing, Joshua?
I'm about to call you a pussy.
It is. It's just it's intimidating because there's so much history to them with all the different things, and I tell you, there's probably way better interviewer people knowing their knowledge and stuff. So, yeah, I can just talk about random
I'm
shit.
Not really, yeah, when it comes down, it's kind of like when we would interview people on back row hecklers. Like, I mean, you could always ask, like, your cookie cutter questions, and of course we probably will, at least set it up. But then let's just bullshit about whatever. Like, let's talk to them about the dude flying around like next to a fucking airplane, and like, let's,
Well,
like,
that's
it doesn't
old
have to be-
fucking news. Okay, we'll bring that up.
For example, por ejemplo, is what I'm saying. Like, we'll just do that. Like, let's just have him in for the discussion. Like,
Well, we're
hang out
definitely
for a
we're definitely
while.
gonna, if we can get him on, we're gonna get him on. But
Yeah.
I'm showing
At
you.
5 o'clock in the morning.
I'm nervous. Well, I
Something
know.
he
Maybe
knows about.
we'll see if he'll do a little drawing for us.
There we go. Kind of like
I'm
that,
just gonna
that
try to
live-
fucking milk this
that
milk this
live
everything
table
it's worth.
read that Brian O'Malley did during the
How
Scott
cool
Pilgrim
would
thing.
that be? And
Well,
we'll give it away. We'll
Yeah,
give it
I
away
was-
to like a listener, but that listener.
I
will
was
be
wondering.
me. Totally work it.
I saw what class got tagged in on Twitter from Doc, and I was like, I wonder if he's gonna care about this.
The video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I was at work last night, so like when that or whenever that came through. So when that came through, I
Mid-afternoon.
reply right away. Yeah, maybe I was asleep.
no, and we'll talk about that later. But it looks like they, with the Disney Jungle Cruise, speaking of The Rock, has got a certain individual where our own Kennedy's willing to pay, $150, $200 to watch him at a drive-in. Metallica's Lars Ulrich is going to be doing the score for the Jungle Cruise.
Okay.
What happened there, Joshua? You all right there?
I had to close. I had to close the door because my grandmother was complaining.
Oh.
Why don't you get Abuelita on the show? Bring her on.
She's in her 90. I wanted to do it, but she was like, I don't want to. She's like, eh.
So
'Cause
did
I
you
heard
guys?
her
Culo.
I heard grumbling in the kitchen, and I'm just like, yeah, let me close the door real quick.
Okay.
Did you guys hear that he went to a drive-in theater to watch Metallica on the little screen and paid, I think it was like you're allowed, how many people? It was like 10 people or something like that. But it was like
Per group?
Yeah, per group, but it was like 200 people or $200 you had to pay to get in to watch this. Now he says you do get a digital download of their album, which I think is just a remastered album of something they released. Like, would you pay this much to go see Metallica at the drive-in? Was there anybody you
Hell
would pay
fucking
that
no.
much to go see?
No.
To
God,
watch a
no.
movie?
Well, it wasn't a movie; it was a concert. So,
Oh, $200
Projected
if
on
you
the
could bring
screen?
10.
so in essence, it broke down to be like
Oh.
$20 a person.
Yeah, and it's projected. They're not there like
No,
the
they're not
Burt
there.
Kreischer.
Yeah, they're not doing like
ah.
where it's a live. They're at the drive-in doing a concert. You're watching.
No.
Yeah. Because I mean, you've
Just fucking get
you've
Apple
gone to
Music
the
for $9.99 a month, and you could fucking listen to everything they have, including that live one
yeah, exactly.
with the orchestra and shit. Mm. Nah,
Nobody paying that much to hang out. I ain't got 20 friends.
And do you
Fuck, am I gonna hang out
do
with
you
20
think they're
friends
like
to do that?
dancing and moshing, or are they just sitting in their car, or
No,
in
you
their
have to sit in your fucking car with a suit,
yeah,
right?
or sit
Like, did you see those concerts in London?
oh, where they had
like,
separations? Yeah.
Yeah, they have like you sit down in one spot and there's like they had like a bunch of platforms. Like they don't want people walking around. They don't want a Fozzy incident.
what happened with Fozzy?
So he basically performed at Sturgis, and at
Oh,
Sturgis
there was
is, like,
there
this
was
big-
wasn't it Smash Mouth also? With, like fuck the mask
know.
and everything. Yeah, they were bad
I
too.
heard about that.
I didn't see that, but I saw the him fucking performing, and he's just having a grand old time. But then people were like getting sick, and I was just like,
Yeah, they had
so,
250,000 cases based upon Sturgis alone. So good job, motorcycle drivers.
I didn't even know 250,000 people went to Sturgis.
Well, no, I mean the thing is maybe not, but they infected 250,000 people connected to people that went to Sturgis.
All right, well that's.
You would have known this if you watched Channel 5 News, Fox and 5.
Why? I get it fucking tweeted all through those fucking COVID people.
That's
on
true.
Twitter
That's true.
that hate fucking AEW and Chris Jericho.
Well, in somber news, and we all know this about 2 weeks ago, that Chadwick Boseman passed away. If you don't know who he is, which obviously if you listen to the show, you're a moron. But he played Black Panther, passed away at the age of 43, which one I was surprised of. Like I thought he was much younger than that, in his mid-30s.
Too, man.
And then he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer in 2016, and then passed away a couple weeks ago when he got it to stage 4. Sorry.
4. But,
That's what I said, stage 4. I corrected myself after I said stage 5, but thank you.
oh, it froze. That's all.
It's all right. It's okay.
I didn't hear about stage 5.
And apparently he
Stage
was
5,
like,
I never heard
I
that
guess
stuff.
like on Instagram, he was getting a lot of crap because they were like, "Why are you getting so skinny, buddy?" and stuff like that. So I thought that was pretty crappy. Even to the point of one of the actors that was in The Five Bloods that's on Netflix was when they asked how he is as a person, and he was like, he's bougie. He's got somebody rubbing his back and his feet and helping him out with everything.
Yeah.
And then he felt like an asshole
yeah.
after he realized, oh, this guy needed it.
That's fucking crazy that a guy was going through that, and he was able to film all these movies.
I mean, you got to think
And
that's
no one knew.
that's a lot of it's a lot of physical acting that you're doing. You're putting, and
Yeah.
you got to figure
That's crazy,
he was
right?
probably in pain all the time to do all this.
Yep.
You know,
Like,
did
you see like this? It's at a presser. They were they just doing for Black Panther, and like he talks about these 2 kids that have terminal cancer, and he's like fighting back the tears, and like you know what you know now is like, man, this guy's going through it, and he has the
Wow.
strength to talk about what these kids are going through. Like that's amazing. Like he's a real superhero, man.
Yeah,
and
man.
that's
and my train of thought was like, the guy left such a legacy. Like I've never seen Brent Blades, our buddy Brent. He's one of his favorite movies of all time was what was it, 43? Is that the Jackie Robinson movie? Whatever.
yeah, 42.
42. Okay. Love that movie. I'd never seen it, but like his stuff is Black Panther, the things about like all the Marvel movies and all that. Like he left such a good legacy. And my train of thought was like, not only that did he leave like such a great like a legacy on film for us to watch, but like think of like he had a wife and kids, and like so he just secured them hopefully for life by till his dying days, man. Like worked his ass off and made sure that they were going to be taken care of. So it's like, man, you're right. He's a real superhero, man, and like That's fucking tragic, man.
He
I
didn't
hate
even need to
hearing
make
that.
meth or anything. He kept it true.
He didn't do it the Walter White
No, he
way.
He did it the Black Panther way.
That's
The Black Panther.
so going to hell.
So, and I know a lot of people are saying it's too early to discuss what do you do, but they were planning on shooting this movie in March. So what do you do? I mean, it's
a sequel? Were they?
Yeah. Oh no. Yeah, they were. Yes.
Oh,
That was already
just
the,
scrap it.
That was you can't. There's so much money there.
No, I feel like I'm in agreement with Class. Like, he had such a connection with so many of these people of these franchises. For them to recast it, I don't see it. Like, I can't see them go. I feel like it'll fuck them up. Like, you know, like I don't think they could do it. You know, I think they should just maybe try to fix it. Because even Marvel said, like, we really don't know what to do right now. We're just gonna honor him. And
if you can do the Black Golden Girls, I think you can find another actor to play, or do the story with Shuri. But are they just going to be like, oh, what happened to Black Panther? Nothing. We're just not going to even mention him even though he's majorly connected.
Say, you just do like you could do one of two things. Either he's done, like Paul Walker in the fucking Fast and
just gonna wave him off or
wave him off on the hills of Wakanda, or you just you kill him. That's it.
They're not gonna kill him off. They're not gonna kill him off. No.
They can't do that.
They're not going to say he was on a They're not going to say he was on a helicopter and he just died. And no,
like they have vibranium poisoning.
Oh my God, Jesus! And he thought we made the show.
Yeah, I mean, like,
go
what
low
do
profile.
you do? Like, they gotta. You just scrap it, man. Like,
but can you, or could you have another actor from a multiverse?
No. It won't work. It won't,
not now.
No.
Like, give it 5 years if you want to redo it. Like, do the whole. They did it with Spider-Man a million
So then,
times,
who do you
like,
bring in to bring an inclusion of the Black community? Because Black Panther was huge for them.
What?
What character do you bring in for the Black community to gather around?
Falcon.
I mean, you do have Falcon. Like, if you're gonna make that TV show just started.
Now, and I'm worried about that TV show after Anthony Mackie just destroyed that other show.
No. But he destroyed the other show because he was acting like Anthony Mackie does. Yes. But Anthony Mackie as Falcon works, so it's not that big of a deal for us.
Bring in. I mean, you have you could always do do a Power Man and Iron Fist. Like I liked Luke Cage.
Luke Cage is a good.
The TV show. Yeah, the Netflix.
Miles
show
Morales.
Oh man, you can't go wrong with that.
But they don't have the rights to Miles. Miles is that's a Sony still.
Was that a Sony gimmick?
Yeah. They only have the rights to Peter Parker.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll finagle it, but I just can't see those actors like the chemistry, and you saw how these people talked about him when he passed. They were like he was like a brother, And I can't see. I couldn't see those actors walking on set trying to act with someone they have a bond with. It won't work.
Yeah, but again, they've got to bring in another character that they can. You do realize they want to make that money. That's a big portion.
I do, but if there's one thing Disney doesn't need is another multiple fucking backlash, because they're already getting backlash for Mulan. They'll probably get a fucking backlash for something else. So it's just maybe we should just hedge our bets and just walk away from this one. Give him a good send off. If they want to do Shuri as the new Black Pantheress, they could do that. I don't care, but
I mean that is an option. They could do that.
But again, you still have to explain what happened to T'Challa.
He just vibranium poisoning. I don't
know. No.
He's a crippled old man. He had too much vibranium.
Got cancer? Is that what we're gonna do? Has he got cancer from it?
If they did just do a standalone, and just I don't know.
What's more offensive though? Do you think they do the CGI face thing?
Or here's what they could do: they're doing the What If series. they're doing the What If series. Why couldn't they create an animated version where he passes along to Shuri, and then you bring her on in the live action version?
Animated, I think it's animated.
You do it animated
I don't see anything wrong with that.
To move the character away.
Here's the thing, though: the What If is not it's not in the same realm as the MCU.
It doesn't mean they can't build it from there.
Or just go ahead and do an animated series or an animated movie like Miles Morales style, like that type, and just have someone else voice it at that point. Like that would be okay, but you can't have a live action movie.
The one thing, this is the animated MCU movie that anybody can pop up into. No, it's not gonna work.
I mean, I guess if like your back's against the wall, like
Doc,
I mean, you can't do a live
let
action,
it go, bro.
And then
yeah.
And didn't he like? And he's gonna show up for What If because
do a strong guy movie.
Didn't he like? They're doing a What If T'Challa was Captain America, I think.
No, Star-Lord.
Star-Lord, that's it. So and he did the voice.
That was the last thing that man did. That was the last thing he did.
So it better be good.
Like somebody was like, "Hey, listen, to Chadwick, we're gonna do this new What If series." He's like, "Oh, cool. What great ideas. We're gonna make you Star-Lord." What? Explain to me how
really
T'Challa from Wakanda gets up into space and becomes the new like what? Jesus Christ! Who fucking greenlit that piece of shit?
I'm excited about the zombie ones because they are going to be doing Marvel zombies. So that should be good.
I'm looking forward to that.
That
too.
should be good. Well, guys, I know you've been asking for it, but apparently RoboCop prequel is in development.
So it's just going to be called Cop?
Exactly.
Murphy?
I guess
it'd be Murphy.
I don't think Murphy's going to be in it. I think it's about the Omnicorps or the
OCP.
Yeah, the OCP, and how they became the power and what they started developing and everything else, which sounds
that's probably the most boring,
horrible
fucking series ever.
On the level of we're going to make a Gotham series based upon the Batman kind of level of what? So yeah, I don't know. I don't think anybody was asking for a RoboCop prequel.
It's going to be all about Clarence Boddicker. Is that what it's going to be? Just about Clarence Boddicker and like how we get like.
And then the
like, that doesn't work.
No.
And then the guy who was not Clarence Boddicker because he was he was their thug, right?
He was Red Foreman.
Yeah, I know that, but he was their their
Foreman.
hitman or something like that.
No.
Yeah. I don't know what could you. I mean, Officer Lois in training, like it just
no,
like Police Academy.
No Murphy. It's just like because I was like, how does this work? Like when I saw this,
it doesn't work. It doesn't.
That's the whole thing. It doesn't work at all.
Like, okay, let's just do this. What other ideas of a prequel just don't work because you've taken out like everything that's connected to the original movies? Like like Predator, I could see it even if you did it on Dutch about their goings on and everything else. But I mean, like,
because they even reference stuff like that. They talk about Cambodia and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, you could do that.
They could do that, but what would you? Yeah.
Like I can't think of anything else. Like
the wrestler, where he's in he just goes to like
just his normal career, yeah, and how everything is going well,
jobs.
Yeah.
That's the end.
Yeah.
That's
we watch,
very good.
I can't think of anything else that would just that's why prequels don't work because there's no drama when you already know what the direction of majority of these characters, they're safe. Like in the Solo movie, I'm not worried about what Solo's doing because he's gonna be all right.
He's gonna be okay.
Yeah, he's gonna be all right.
I mean, I'm probably in the minority, but it's I really I thought Solo was okay, man. I thought it was all right. I didn't mind it. It wasn't one of my favorite. It wasn't like a Rogue One. Rogue One was a beautiful movie. That was a great prequel. That wouldn't even be a prequel. That was. I mean, I guess it kind of would be because it's a midquel. The Rebels got.
It's a midquel.
Yeah, I guess it is.
I enjoyed Solo.
I thought Solo
liked
was
it.
cool though, man.
Solo-
And the first time I saw it, I was like, I don't know. I watched it the second time, and I was like, I'm into this. I liked the interaction between he and Chewie, and like it was it left it like everything with Darth Maul there. It's like I was hoping that like there'd be some kind of payoff. It didn't really. I don't know how the timeline worked on that, but it's like I enjoyed Solo.
Solo,
I enjoyed it too.
It worked. It was the Star Wars universe. I think by this time when Solo came out, there was so much of a backlash against Star Wars. Like people felt like they were coming out every year and it was getting beat over the head. I think there's an anti-Star Wars faction that runs around that because you got Star Wars fans that are so connected and very vocal about it. But it felt like a Star Wars movie. I mean, it wasn't that bad. Now, Rogue One, I have a problem with. That beginning is boring as shit. Like, you can cut that beginning out.
Sucked.
And then just moving on.
No. It was... That was a damn good movie. I really liked Rogue One. It was... The beginning was like, come on. You just see, like, the parents get killed and she's hiding. It took a little bit to build up. But, man, once they got in that cave, it's like the shit was on, man.
Well, the other thing Rogue One did well is nobody survived. Like, there was not a happy ending in this movie.
Yeah, depressing.
Yeah.
I loved it.
But then the other bad part about Rogue One is Vader doing the dad jokes. That lost me. When he was like, "Don't."
Did a dad joke?
He goes, "Don't choke on your aspirations." Like,
oh,
I was just like,
yeah, that was bad.
Fuck you.
But he totally made up for it when he was just fucking the
at the end.
man.
But then also kind
My
of
thing is, though, that was the biggest cock tease for Star Wars fans because they could have did a prequel Vader movie and nobody wanted to do it. They had just that part had everybody hyped in the movie.
But you
theater,
can't.
like,
what do you do a prequel Vader movie like? He's the bad guy. Like, what do you?
Yeah, you show him. You make this instance where like, oh, a prequel says someone's safe. Okay, cool. That's a great point. But it still doesn't mean you can't tell a great story. You mean to tell me no one wants to see like what happens between at the end of whatever Revenge of the Sith and the beginning of A New Hope? Like what he did for training and like anything they had to deal with. I would have loved to see that. Like that'd be so fucking cool.
If you read any of the Marvel Star Wars books that came out probably within the past 5 years or whatever, they do and Vader Down. Vader Down's a damn good storyline. They dive into some of that stuff where he thinks the Emperor is actually like really testing him and almost like fucking kicking him to the curb. But it's there's I would love to see there's plenty of things there that like they wrote in those comics that could easily translate into a badass movie. I agree, Joshua. That would be really good if they go that route.
That's something like when they showed that scene, I think on Twitter the next day they were like, "Oh, we need a Vader movie. Give us a job, Boba Fett and a Vader prequel." And they're like, "Nah, we're not gonna do that." And just like you fucking dropped the ball there.
Yeah, the Boba Fett man, I'm good with Mandalorian the way they've done that, so I'm okay with them doing that. But a Vader, they could have done that.
Now the Mandalorian's supposed to have Fett show up.
Yeah, Fett is. They confirmed it.
Oh shit! Okay. He
apparently survived.
With that. Okay.
Well, we're gonna continue on, and Amazon wants a Joe Exotic series, like everybody else that is trying to get a Joe Exotic series.
Bitch, Carol fucking Baskin.
Who's gonna be on Dancing with the Stars? But they're wanting Nick Cage.
I feel so bad for him that he must have been in prison just having a bad day and say, "Hey Joe, guess what? What? Carol Baskin's on a Dancing with the Stars. That bitch, Carol fucking Baskin." Poor guy.
Well, yeah, because, I mean, she became a celebrity. He did, too, but he went to jail.
Yeah, he went to jail.
Yep.
She got money. She killed her husband.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Nah, that wasn't allegedly, fam. When there's so many ways you can go and that's the outcome, fam, she killed her husband, bro.
How do you feel
as admits it.
How do you feel Nick Cage as Joe Exotic? Think he's going to do a good job?
Hell no. Hey, what was his voice like in Con Air? He was like a hick, right?
Yeah,
like,
he was.
Hey, Southerner. So
Yeah.
think that, but
Oh yeah, that wasn't good. Is he gonna be like, my hair's all blowing in the wind?
I remember when that movie came out, my mother's husband was like,
I totally picture that gif.
I'll never forget this. He said, bro, Nicolas Cage with a southern accent just doesn't work for me. And I was like, holy shit, you're right.
Well, now we're gonna get
Yeah,
a gay Southern Nick Cage is what we're gonna be getting
What
to.
has he ever been in? The like, what was that? Where Leaving Las Vegas? That was like he was really good in that. But all his other movies have been very like campy. Like I loved Con Air.
No. Not
That shit was
campy.
fun.
B-list.
That's
movie.
what
Yeah.
the reason is
Yeah.
because he owed the IRS so much money, and unlike Wesley Snipes, who
Right.
said fuck you, I'm going to Africa," and then they said, well, we'll wait, don't worry, we'll get you.
Right. We'll be back at some point.
He made all this money. He did all these shitty movies just so he could pay them. I mean, he even sold his Action Comics number one. And he's a
right?
huge. I mean, he was a
Yeah.
huge Superman fan.
Yeah,
He even
named
was
his
gonna be
son
in a
Kal
Superman.
El.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
So
like,
yeah.
who does that?
Yeah.
That poor fucking child.
Kyle Cage.
Can you imagine like that kid has to win the game and shoot the last shot and he misses? Great fucking job, Kal-El.
Well, I mean, who's got a worse name, him or Elon Musk kid with the what the fuck that
man.
kid's name is?
Yeah, but they backtracked on that. They call him like something else. They call him a
What
normal
about
name.
Gwyneth Paltrow's kid, and her
Apple?
name's like
Apple.
Apple. Like,
Apple?
come on, you
You
fucking
see what happens when you're
stupid
rich?
white people.
You do dumb shit with your kids and it just fucks up.
We want to be
Like
different.
you feel bad for Kanye. You feel bad for Kanye West kids because they can't make any money. Ugh.
Oh,
Northwest, did you name?
Oh, yep, that's right.
Ooh.
Yep, that's
Pass.
creative. That's some creative names there. Amazon is also continuing on, and they decided they're going to do a Jack Reacher movie with somebody that's actually supposed to be the height of the character in the book, instead of Tom Cruise.
I thought it was a series, not a movie.
It's a TV series, yes. It's going to be played. The Jack Reacher character is going to be played by Alan Ritchson, who, if you know, is as I know him from Blue Mountain State, is Thad. You may also know him from Titans as Hawk, and
He was Hawk. He was awesome as
Yes,
Hawk.
Hawk, and then,
Yeah.
but yeah, if you've never seen Blue Mountain State, you need to see that with that.
I hate the fact that he's getting all this work now, so I'm pretty sure he's getting that in Titans.
Oh yeah, that's what I figured. If you got a series now, yeah, your character's gonna be killed off pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely 6'5" compared to the 5'1" Tom Cruise. That's how tall he is, or something. I don't know.
And blonde. 'cause
And blonde, yes.
Somebody pointed it out to me. They was like, "That's not what Jack Reacher looks like." I was like, "What? What's he supposed to look like?" Oh, he's supposed to be 6'5", blonde, muscular, or stocky. I said, ugh.
Whoops.
Tom Cruise must have been like, "I can play that part." Ugh. The
Um,
first one was good. The second one was just rinse and repeat.
he also was in Smallville. He played Aquaman, and if you've not seen the series, it was on Sci-Fi.
Whoa, that was him.
Yeah, that was
I didn't
him.
even
Yeah.
realize. Yeah, shit.
He had
okay.
the greatest fucking line on one episode. He was like, "With you on the turf and me on the surf, no one's gonna stop us." No, get the fuck out. And he was like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you could be a part of the JLA." Well, I'm not ready for the Junior Lifeguards Association. I'm like,
And then, like I was saying, if you've not seen the series on Sci-Fi Blood Drive, check it out. Man,
canceled.
it was canceled, but it was good. But I think it was way too extreme for Sci-Fi. And Sci-Fi loves canceling stuff that seems like it's a good idea, like Deadly Class. And
Netflix should pick that up. Oh God, I love that. I missed.
they're
that show.
not. It's gone too long, and all those actors have gone on to other things. It's not.
That was
coming
such a
back.
good
It was
fucking
a
show,
really
man.
good show, but it was on the
What was
wrong.
that vampire? Wasn't it like a vampire type of movie or a TV show that was on Sci-Fi where like the first episode there was like everyone was in a plane and then like they all died. It
Oh
was,
no, that was
The Strain.
that was a strain. I think
Strain,
TNT,
that's
wasn't
what it was.
Yeah.
I thought it was
That's on,
Sci-Fi. Was it
FX?
That's it,
FX?
right,
that's
yeah.
what. Okay, all right. Yeah, that was
All
totally wrong
episodes are
about
now
all
on
that.
Hulu.
That's
FX
true.
has Hulu.
That was Strain was really good. Like from what I only watched like maybe 5-6 episodes. I
That's
really
well. Then
enjoyed
that's
that.
where I heard it really just starts to fall apart. Is after
Oh
the first
shit!
season.
Okay,
Yeah.
I won't follow
Yeah.
up on it then.
R.I.P. Princess Peach. You know, someone pointed that out to me too.
With a nice little Nintendo reference, Super Mario Brothers 35 is turning the classic Mario game into a 35-person battle royale, where it's you will be playing and you'll see it on the screen as everyone else is playing, and I guess the first one to still be alive with the time becomes the winner. Anytime anybody dies, they're removed from the game.
Huh. So
Is this the game that's like it's like 3 different games or no?
No, this will be on the Switch Online exclusive. No, they are doing like a Super Mario. It's like a 3-pack of their classic games. It's gonna be coming out. Like Galaxy, I forgot whatever. It's like Super Mario 3D and stuff. I think it is. But this one,
64.
Yeah. But this one you will be able to be playing against. Now this is where interesting to see how El Rock would do with his speed running. Like, would he do really well against 34 other people?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does he do Mario speedruns though?
Who? What was that name?
Mario.
It's not Mario. He does not go, "Hey, it's me, Mario."
Yeah,
Mario
Joshua actually has a buddy named Mario.
Mario.
Well, that's him, but that's not
That's
not
him.
Mario. Mario. It's not who that is.
He doesn't go. No, Josh. My name's not Mario. It's Mario.
It's
He doesn't
Mario.
do that.
That's what is. Well, that's what the Nintendo one is. He's Mario.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry that my Hispanic self says it the way I say it. Mario.
The same way
fucking
Doc
right.
calls you Caraballo or whatever.
Caraballo.
not Caraballo.
Carabino.
You just want me to be like,
Oh, we're going there.
No, a carabina is the thing that stitches onto a hiking thing. Where you all going with there?
you know where the fuck we went, you fucking Trump supporter.
Not me.
Want me to go on the other side of the wall now? Hey, look, I'm orange now on the shirt.
No, you're not. You're changing colors every few seconds there.
Wait, where's the Popeye? There you go.
Well, guys, the biggest news in Xbox was about the Xbox Series X and the Xbox Series S, which our own Joshua is thinking he's going to be doing the smaller version coming up.
No, I'm
soon.
not thinking. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go discless.
Why? What's the difference between the two?
Price wise, first of all, with the Xbox Series X
Right.
being $499, the Xbox Series S being I think $299 if I'm correct. I'm not seeing it up on the screen where I'm looking at right now. It's going to be discless. It's not as powerful like where I think the Xbox Series X has 4K. This I think is still 1080p if I'm correct. I could be incorrect. And it doesn't have the amount of storage, but it will have expandable storage in the new system. But it's interesting because this is the first time Xbox has released 2 systems at the same time. So I feel like they're going for a more economic model and then a more of a powerful model. Because right now we don't know what Sony's going to be doing. I'm surprised they haven't released it.
But they kind of won. So
What's that?
I said, in essence, they won. Like Xbox blinked first. Now we know everything. So PlayStation's just like, yeah, whatever we say, you got to deal with.
Well, that's the thing is like they're gonna have to market whatever their system is the same price as the S, because you've lost a market share if you keep it the same price as the X. So they'll do like what they're going to do, like $298 or something. The other nice part is for in essence $25 a month for 2 years, you can get the Xbox Series S and Game Pass Ultimate. And if you want to bump it up another $10, you'll get the Xbox Series X. We found out doing the price of this, you actually save about $18 a month. Plus, you get the gaming system and you get the Xbox Live series, the Game Pass, the streaming that you'll be able to do in the next couple weeks from your tablets or your phones, and also be able to play games on your PC systems. So that's where the incredible deal is coming from. And EA Play is going to be starting up soon too with it.
Are you essentially leasing an Xbox, like a lease to own kind of thing?
Like
people do a phone?
Exactly, it's what it is, because they know that you're going to be tied into their. Which really, the Game Pass Ultimate is an incredible deal for what you get, because you get a shitload of free games that you can download. Any first-party Microsoft games go to that day one. So like Gears, Halo, anything like that, you'll get those.
Right.
And then they release older games that you may not have and try it out. It's a great little thing. If you got a PC, then you can play that. And now you'll be able to stream from your tablet or your phone in about a week or so.
So you actually save money if you do a 2-year plan.
Exactly. If you go and buy, if you've got the Ultimate Game Pass and you go buy a new system, you will lose money.
Okay. Interesting. I don't have that. I have Xbox Live. I have Xbox One or whatever. I don't do Game Pass though. So that changes
for what
it up
it's
then.
worth, it's a good deal for what you pay a month and what you get. I mean, if you're an avid gamer, it's awesome to have. I'm happy they did what they did, because PlayStation had to lower their streaming gaming thing.
Oh, so they did, yes.
It went from like $120 to like fucking $69.99. So I'm like, win-win, you know?
Right.
Class
That's
freeze or
interesting.
something?
I didn't realize they were
do the
going that
math.
route
It's a
with it,
good
so I'm
deal.
like, yeah, because I was like, the day it comes out, I don't have a 4K TV, but my plan was the day that the Xbox X comes out, I'm buying one. Then I'm going right over to like Best Buy or something else, buying a 4K TV. So I got my 4K capabilities. But doing it that way, that's going to just save a shitload of money. It'll be another monthly bill, I guess. But it sounds like you get a lot of benefits from it, because if you get the Game Pass, now I wonder how that works if, like, say something happens and your Xbox shits out on you. Do you need to buy insurance for it the way people buy it on phones?
I think Kennedy said they have a plan on it where you get, if it breaks, you can get a new one, no questions asked.
Oh wow!
But it has to be like the system's fault. It can't be like, oh yeah, it got caved in on a bowling ball, you know. So it's that.
Yeah, I've got pissed at Call of Duty and just chuck it across the room and be like, I guess I need a new one now.
Kennedy was explaining that to us, and I was like, oh, well, that. I mean, I might. You know what? Now that I think about it, I could get the X, and I could probably just do that, probably. So.
Yeah.
I mean, again, you're going to be
no reason not to go with the higher end.
If you're going to be using the same kind of things, go ahead and get it, and it's going to be less money and zero interest.
I might
also,
do that too.
Yeah, that's interesting.
I'm the zero interest king, baby.
2 years. That's not bad, man. That's not bad. That changes it up.
Once they said PayPal was accepted on Apple Pay, I was like,
Well, guys, the big news is we were talking about on Twitter. Brian Lee O'Malley's video game based upon the graphic novel of Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. The game came out 10 years ago. Got pulled, like it's no longer available to buy. Now is coming back on the Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Switch, PC, and that Google that nobody uses. It's also going to be adding Knives Chow and Wallace Wells as add-on packs for free. It's
awesome.
It's a 2D side-scroller beat-em-up, and kind of tells the story of Scott Pilgrim versus the World. So a lot of people were hyped about it just for the fact that it just kind of disappeared, and people love that franchise.
Is the original soundtrack still going to be on the game?
I think so, yes. That was the other thing. Yes. The artists, were the guys who did the music for it, were the first ones to be like, why is this not coming back? So, they were the first one to kind of push the direction.
Oh, very cool.
And in the Madden,
I haven't played it.
Oh, I haven't played it either. No, I never.
Yeah.
I never
It's
picked
awesome.
it up.
It's a fun game. The soundtrack, everything about that game just meshes so well. Like I remember just being on the floor playing it, and Matt's like, "Oh, this is pretty cool," and I'm like, "Yeah." And the soundtrack is just the shit.
Okay, like a really good 8-bit type soundtrack like that.
Yeah.
Sweet. All right, sold.
And
I'll send you one of the songs so you can listen to it. It's awesome.
Okay.
Finally, in the world of Madden, their tagline, if it's in the game, it's in the game. Except now, because Colin Kaepernick will be back in the game, and he's not even playing for any NFL team. Kaepernick. It's Kaepernick, or is it Kaepernick? Well, whatever.
It's Kaepernick.
Kaepernick.
Yeah.
Somebody calls him Kaepernick, and I think that's hilarious.
Kaepernick.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you robbing somebody?
Kaepernick has not been playable in Madden since 2016, but because of the world we live in, he's being put into the game.
And they ranked him higher than like
A lot of the players. They say when you try to add him to a team, it'll just constantly deny the ability to add him, and he'll be a constant free agent.
Yeah. and when he scores a touchdown, he does the black power fist.
That's right.
I can see that.
And
Why would they rank him so high? Just because, you know, that's so funny.
He wasn't that good when he got cut.
No, he wasn't.
That's the thing is, if he was really, really good, like again, we've talked about it. They've let murderers stay playing on there. Ray Lewis had a long career. Career. Even though they
Hall of Famer?
Can I ask you a question? Where's the evidence that he killed the guy? Because I've always heard the story was he was just with the guys that killed the guy.
Isn't that enough? Like you were part of that group. Like, and the word was, you better get rid of that knife because I'm not losing my career for this.
So that entails that he's not really a murderer. He just witnessed a murder.
And he didn't turn on it. You know, he didn't.
It's called guilt by association.
Exactly.
Okay.
And
Maybe
again,
he
we
didn't
don't
pull the trigger, but he was there. He didn't stop.
He didn't stop the guy from getting murdered.
So the guy was getting stabbed, and he was doing the dance.
He might have.
He was in the huddle trying to get him hyped up for it. Come on! What do we need to do today?
Marvin Harrison was responsible for like killing a guy, and he like had a, or maybe he was.
There wasn't Marvin Harrison.
Nah, it was like Dante Stallworth killed the guy.
Marvin Harrison, the Indianapolis Colts guy, in like a garage.
I think that was after his career, wasn't it?
It was after his carear, but yeah, it was.
Like accidental gunshot thing, right?
Is that what it was? I don't remember, but they said that he shot a dude, and out of everyone, they were like, Marvin Harrison's like the most stand-up guy in the whole NFL. Toma.
Yeah, toma, puya, you know?
So it's like, you know, I don't know all the specifics on it, but it was after his career, and it was like at I think a garage that he owned in like Baltimore or something like that. So I don't know, or maybe I'm getting the Baltimore thing mixed up with Ray Lewis. But
no, he's he apparently
was,
there's I did not know it. 2010, the Marvin Harrison gun case.
Yeah. So,
probably, I think the only killer on the field that got brought to justice was Aaron Hernandez.
Right.
Well, I mean, he didn't hang around long for any of that. So.
Oh.
Let's see what you did there.
I'll be here every week.
I really hope none of his friends watch this show.
Legs hanging.
Oh. Hey, have you guys watched season 2 of The Boys yet?
Now I'm waiting for it to all be done.
You
so
suck.
I haven't seen season 1.
I mean, you can spoil it for me.
How have you not seen season 1?
I don't know.
Because he has ADD. He doesn't watch anything.
It's so good, though.
Yeah, I know. I've heard. I need to. I actually, I've seen the first episode, and I started watching the second episode just the other night, actually. So I'm trying.
What was the last thing you watched?
Last thing I watched was something on Amazon.
Like The Boys?
No, it was like a
you were there. You were already there.
I know. I was right there. I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
Well, it wasn't Goonies. We know that. Or it wasn't Gremlins.
It definitely wasn't Goonies. It wasn't Gremlins. I don't remember.
Josh, what are you watching? Except for sports ball.
Besides sports ball, a bunch of YouTube stuff. I got recommended a show on Netflix called Away, and I watched the first episode, and it actually is pretty interesting. I kind of want to see how it goes after watching the first episode, so I told myself I'm going to watch an episode a day because, you know, what else I'm going to do. But other than that, I've been watching nothing but YouTube videos about podcasts and women talking about shitting on Odell Beckham Jr.
What?
Why are you watching YouTube videos on? Is it
no.
on podcasting or is it podcast YouTube videos?
It's podcast YouTube videos.
Oh, okay.
So I'm just watching this woman talk about how she shitted on or tried to shit on Odell Beckham Jr. and I just couldn't laugh any harder.
Like legit tried to shit on him, or like talk shit about him.
No, legit. Like his fetish is to shit.
Oh,
shit on.
That's like what was the name of the McAfee guy?
Scat sex.
Yeah, he liked it in the mouth though.
Oh,
Still.
what the Colts punter?
But,
did he like it? Is that what you're talking about?
No. No, you're talking about the guy, security guy. That he had that
McAfee that like. He
oh,
was
the McAfee. Okay,
someone.
yeah.
That guy killed someone, and but yeah. So, those are interesting things that I've been watching because it's fascinating that these women literally are the way they are. So yeah, like she said, I'll fuck whoever, just give me money so I can take care of my kids. I'm like, yeah.
All
right then. Well, we'll end it on that way. Joshua, what'd you learn this week?
I learned that when your favorite mobile game makes a mistake, they really don't compensate you.
Like, did you not get all the little points and everything for that?
No, they just gave like a stupid like a stipend like prize, and I was just like, like I wanted more, So.
You were greedy. All right, class. What'd you learn this week?
I learned that I did a horrible job. I did that too. We just started doing self-scheduling at the ER, and I learned that I should have better prepared myself because I scheduled myself Thursday, first football game of the season. I scheduled myself Sunday and Monday, so Sunday's all gone. Monday night football, so I fucked up. But shout out to my friend Lindy who offered to take my Sunday, Monday. I'm working Tuesday. I'm taking her Wednesday, Thursday. So I'll be able to watch football like all week.
Are you ready for some football?
That's what I learned.
But you don't have time to watch Gremlins or Goonies or The Boys. But
I know.
You've got.
But you know what? Here we go. The red zone is perfect for my ADD because it's just like boom, 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 boom. Like always in the red zone. I love it.
And who do you have on your Final Fantasy team there?
My final. I have Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. They came through for me, so shout out to them. But,
I don't remember any of those characters in Final Fantasy.
They're my Final Fantasy football team.
All righty, Joshua.
What'd you learn, Doc?
What did I learn? I learned that apparently some people think Homelander is a good character on The Boys, which I don't understand that.
Huh?
Yeah. But I think it's more of people that are like anti-Trump thinking that Trump people like Homelander. But I would assume they can identify a really bad character.
I mean, if they read the comic book, he's a real piece of shit in the first 3 pages you meet him.
Well, yeah, but Black Noir is much worse than that. And then one thing I've always pointed is I really like Aya Cash's Stormfront, and I know that character is a horrible, horrible character, but she's doing an amazing job. She is extremely funny in it. But yeah, it's a good series. You should watch it.
I will try to watch that.
You should. I'll have to wait for Joshua to all the episodes to finally stream so that he can get on there and watch it. But he'll watch Netflix shows one day at a day.
I just downloaded Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1 and 2, and it's Friday. I usually play a little Call of Duty on Fridays with my buddies. So when I get off here, I'm gonna go do that. Maybe play a little Tony Hawk, and I'll try to try to squeeze in 1 or 2 episodes.
There you go.
So,
yeah, nice. I mean, there's 4 episodes up right now. The whole series is not up. I mean, you're not caught up with season 1.
10 or 8?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Well,
yeah, I'll get caught up on season 1.
There you go.
There you go. When the season is finished, I'll watch it because I like watching things at my disposal. I don't want to wait on shit.
Well, with Amazon, you're having to wait on shit. Joshua, how can they learn more about you?
If you want to see me post shit on Twitter about stuff I'm watching, you can follow me at Green Eyed Bebop. And if you want to see me post stuff on picture stuff, you can find me on Instagram with the same name.
All righty. Class, yourself, how can we learn more about you?
Follow me on Twitter, Chris Glass BRH.
Are you
can do
sure?
the same thing.
He did not seem
That's
confident about that.
Well, because I was thinking about it, and I was gonna, give a shout out to, because I fuck with Instagram the most, but I keep my shit private, so I probably won't accept you if you send me a friend request. But I was looking here on my Xbox app, Chris space class space ATF. Hit me up on there, and then let's play some video games, something like that. I'm more down to be friends with you on Xbox than I am on Instagram.
No, he won't. He will not join any game. He's
Yeah,
gonna be. He's like, I'm in a
friend.
game of Call of Duty. I can't play with you.
I'll be honest. I will watch Chris Class fucking play fucking Call of Duty, because I've been watching Dr. Disrespect play Call of Duty, and it's like the coolest thing ever because he sucks.
Oh, I'm horrible. I'm awful.
No, I think he's talking about Dr. Disrespect, right?
Yeah, it's just like he'll blame like the most randomest shit. Like he was trying to do a $10 million tournament, and he's like, I'm losing champions because the screen is just not working, and I'm like, you suck. Like,
Oh, I'm definitely awful at the game. I'm so bad at the game to the point where the guys I've been playing with since Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one, like you could throw out a flashbang. I've fucked this up so many times that I'll throw in a bounce and like it flashes myself. That is now called you Chris Clash yourself. So that's all right, Josh. I'll see you later, buddy.
Yeah, apparently Josh went away. Well, guys,
I'm not good.
To find out more about Frackin' Nerds, go to Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. And if you want to see me actually get comic book writers and artists to respond to me, follow me at Doc_Martin on Twitter, because Joshua doesn't feel like they will, and they always do. They always
They do.
Yes, they're
And
very...
hopefully we have Carl
never
Mostert
do.
on
They hate
here
you.
very soon. I'll follow up on that, Doc.
Yeah,
I'll get
that'd
on.
be awesome. Find out.
I'll get like so many other people. Like I'll get Brian Michael Bendis to be on the show.
Fuck yeah. Maybe Brian Michael Vincent. I don't know about Brian Michael. You might have a better shot getting Brian Michael Bendis instead of Brian Vincent on here, actually.
Well, he did just finish his Superman run, so maybe he's got things to talk about. All right,
I
then.
heard people so happy about that.
That he's done with the Superman? Okay, I don't know. Something just happened there. All right, he's just... All right. So for Joshua all the way over on the East Coast and Chris Glass on the Indiana side, this is Doc Martin saying have a frackin' good week.